Do you think it's easy to make money? Is that a real thing?
Nothing is easy when it comes to making money. You know what I mean? It's all about you though. Go work a 12-hour job, and that's what I was doing before. But now you can't even go put in 2 hours for what you want to do for yourself. That's discipline it takes.
Yeah. The best entrepreneurs in the world look at entrepreneurship and life as a game. There's levels to it, and there's rewards, and there's players and characters, and you only get one round. And so you got to make it fun in some way.
Find a mentor that can get the best out of you. That's what I would say. If he can't help you find that inner you, then that ain't the mentor for you.
And one thing that a good mentor and a coach can do is they can let you borrow their confidence.
I can't guarantee you millions, but I can guarantee you success once you find your it.
Right. That is the secret to life. Like everything that you want to do in life has already been accomplished, much greater than you have accomplished now. So that knowledge exists out there. Welcome back to the A-Listers show. We bring on movers and shakers, hustlers and entrepreneurs, people doing interesting things in their lives to tell their stories. And today is no different. We have an amazing guest here. His name is Woody. He's coming all the way down to San Diego to visit us today. Thank you so much for joining us. First question is, Woody, how are you doing today?
Man, I'm feeling good. San Diego is beautiful. My second time here, and I love it. I'm thinking about moving here, to be honest with you.
You should. You should.
Weather is way better than Chicago. That's what I can tell you.
What's it like over there right now?
Actually, now is the best time of the year. Mm-hmm. Chicago's summertime shy is nice, but we only get like 2 months.
Yeah.
Like I would say July, August, and then that's it.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's cold.
Yeah. Well, shoot, what brought you down to San Diego, man?
Oh, man, Inner Circle, here to tell my story.
Yeah.
About how I became a millionaire doing DM setting.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, man.
What is it you do, and what are you working on these days?
All right, so first, for those of you that don't know, my name is Woodley Dangerfield. Yes, Rodney Dangerfield is my father. I'm just joking. No, I gotta say that because people always ask me, dude, it's crazy. Like, are you related to Rodney? Do I look like him? No, I don't. But no, that's my name. And let's start from the beginning. Grew up with ADD, ADHD. I was that badass kid that was always kicked out of the classroom or right next to the teacher's desk. Developed that in 4th grade. Decided to stop taking it because I didn't like how it made me feel. I just wanted to feel normal. Yeah. And then from there, I grew up, and south side of Chicago was rough. A lot of violence, drugs, and stuff like that. And it was hard. It was difficult. But one thing that got me out of all of that and where I learned how to become a leader was through sports. My mother put me in sports where I shined. My first, I think 6th grade, I started off as a wide receiver. And when I went and caught the ball, I threw it back, threw it over the coach's head, everybody. And they said, damn, Woody, you could throw? You know what I mean? I said, I guess so. So he was like, why don't you come try quarterback? And the very first time I tried quarterback, I told the other quarterback, his name was Aubrey. I said, dude, this last time you gonna see this position because I'm the leader now. I was talking shit early. You know what I mean?
So 6th grade?
In 6th grade, I already had it. Led our team to a championship that year.
Let's go.
So that's where my leadership of leading people began. From there, I got my first job as a caddy, where I was a caddy at a membership at a golf course, and this is where I learned business. Yeah. Because everybody there was business owners. So I'm talking to them and I'm seeing the cars, the clothes that they wear. It's just a little bit different being at a membership like that. And I that's when I knew that ownership of being a business owner was what I wanted to do. Yeah. And that got me through high school. I graduated high school with a 1.7 GPA. What? And a 14 on my ACT. It wasn't that I was just stupid. I just didn't care. Yeah. I was into other things like, sports and women. You know what I mean? My freshman year, seeing senior girls, I didn't care about no school. But from there, I met some good people at the golf course. Some famous people. Antoine Walker, famous basketball player. Shout out to Antoine Walker because he was able to help me get through college.
Wow.
I was making $400 a day every time I got a caddy with him.
Okay.
I was making damn near $2,500, $3,000 a week, more than my mother at the time, you know, from caddying, and that helped me get through. But one of the most famous people that I met during that time was Michael Jordan.
What?
Yes, I met the legendary Michael Jordan on the golf course.
Wow.
And it was around the third hole where he said, "Come on, son, come with the questions."
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, I know you got some. You know what I mean? So I was like, yeah, I do. I was like, how did you become who you are? So he looked at me. He hit his cigar one more time. He said, wow, I was expecting you to ask me about, you know, a game-winning shot. For you to be this young asking about that says a lot about you. You know, and the best advice that he gave me, and I still use to this day, was listen to people. Because if you take the knowledge that they're giving you plus the knowledge that you already have, it makes you smarter than them. Mm-hmm. And that hit me because he's the greatest player of all time. And he is telling me to listen to people. So if he could do it, why can't I?
Yes.
You know what I mean? And that's what got him to who he is, you know? Yeah. So I took that, and I took that seriously. So from there, I went to college. Yeah, that kid that got ADD, got a degree in business management with an entrepreneur concentration, graduated with a 3.2.
Let's go.
I'm very proud of that, you know,
yeah.
and that doesn't, people be like, man, you smarter than other people. No, I'm not. Only thing college did is if you get a degree, it just shows that you're capable of completing something, yes, and getting through something. And I was the first in my family to do that. I had a determination. Nobody in my family had graduated from college, so my goal was to just do it. From there, I was able to get a job at a company called Diageo, making $35 an hour in a warehouse. And I didn't like it, though. You know, at the time, $35 was good, but everybody there didn't have degrees. Like, anybody could work there. And people would say stuff like, man, you got a degree, what you doing here? I didn't like how the supervisors was talking. You know, so I ended up quitting that job because I just couldn't do it, you know. And then from there, I started with one of my closest friends. His name is Mike Kimber. I'll get into him. But we got into transportation. I started doing non-emergency medical transportation, taking people to the hospital, where I learned a lot about managing money and being a leader and doing that. But then that failed. It just didn't work out too well. And then from there, what happened was, this is where my story really gets good. My best friend, Mike Kimbrough, started an e-commerce business, and he was able to scale his business to, I think it was around 600,000 in like 6 or 7 months. Oof. But his goal from the mentor that he was in was to get to $1 million in less than a year. But he realized he wasn't going to make it. So from there, I was like, man, I got to figure out a way to be a part of this. What could I do to learn something, either the same thing he's doing or something that can help grow his business? And that's when I started my marketing agency, which is what you see right here, Wealth Green Machine digital marketing agency, where I learned about Facebook ads, Google ads, TikTok ads, all of that stuff, content creation and all of that. And I was able to help him scale his business to $1 million in 10 and a half months.
Let's go.
You know what I mean? 10 and a half months is all it took.
Wow.
That was a big accomplishment for me. You know what I mean? And it makes me feel good to know that I was able to do that. From there, he went in and wanted to create it. I said, man, dude, he was a part of this 7 game with Papachulo Dreaded. He's another mentor that teaches people this. And he was the first person to become a millionaire in his program. I think around the time it was like 10, 15,000 people somewhere in there. He was the first one. So I said, dude, I think you should create an ebook and teach people what it is that you know. Let's do that. So we did that. I was able to create his funnels. I learned about what ClickFunnels. This is my introduction to ClickFunnels.
Yeah.
This is getting where we need to go. I was able to create his whole entire funnel, lay that out. But here's where my success really began. When we created that ebook, guess who was in the ebook? It was me. Because I was in there to help him grow his business. Right. So now when people, I think on the first day we launched, we was able to make, I think around $30,000 the first day we launched his ebook.
Wait, from the ebook, you also sold $30,000 worth of this ebook.
The first day we launched
Oh my goodness.
We did like a little wait list launch that we did to build it up, see how many emails we could collect, and we made $30,000 on the first day.
Oof. Wow.
You know, we was able to get in a 12-month time frame close to $900,000.
Oh my goodness.
That we made
from the ebook.
From the ebook, yes.
Wow.
You know, and we failed because we wanted to get $1 million. So we made $900,000.
If you want to call that failing.
Yeah, that's a joke. I am happy with everything, you know. But from that is where my business blossomed, because on that day when we originally made that $30,000, everybody's buying this book. Now my DMs are getting flooded. Yeah. My Calendly is getting flooded, because now they want my agency to help their businesses grow.
Yeah.
So I was able to take 4 more clients to $1 million. You know, my business agency, my digital marketing agency has grossed over $10 million in sales.
Wow.
For businesses, all because of what my best friend started, and we just grew it from there.
That's amazing.
So that's how I got into this space. And digital marketing, I would say this, even with all the money I made, it was still a lot to dish out. So it was cool and I was making good money, but I knew to get to another level of what it is that I wanted to get to, I had to do something else. I just didn't know what it was, you know, and that's when I ran into Mike Barron. You know, I was following him. I didn't know what race he was, you know, Chinese or whatever, Asian. I didn't know what the hell he was, but I was following him for a while. I think it was 3 years ago when I first saw him. And I'm like, man, this is interesting. You know what I mean? Let me see what's going on here. But I didn't pull the plug then until earlier this year. I believe in God, okay? And I had a prayer. And the prayer was, in this situation, you know, sometimes you believe in God. What do you?
I don't believe in
you
God.
You do? Okay, I do. What for me, how God works is sometimes he answers those prayers right away. Sometimes it doesn't happen at all. Sometimes it happens instantly. And on this specific day, I said, God, I want you to, right now, show me something today that can change my life. And that's when I ran into Mike Barron. He doesn't even know this. I've never told him this story, but he did a live. And the live, he was doing a 2-day boot camp in San Diego. Mm-hmm. And that's when I became a part of Mike Barron to be what it is now. And I have a Superstar DM Setter Academy and Closer, where we teach people how to set up DMs and make money for all these gurus. Mm-hmm. You know, so Mike introduced me to that, and I started doing it for him. Started doing some DM setting for him, because he's got so many people coming in. And I'm sending these text messages out, DMs. And the good part about this is you only need to be able to use your phone to make money. You know, you don't need to be on the camera. People think that I'm the guru. So when they're DMing him, they think that Mike Barron is responding. That's me responding to it. You know, so it's just a script that you go by, you send it out, and boom, you making money. Yeah. You know, so man, yeah, that's pretty much how I got to where it is that I am. And now I'm teaching people how to do the same. Mm-hmm. I'm excited about it, because anybody can do what it is that I do. You just need that right person to help you. Yeah. You know, to help you get to where it is that you want to go, you know, and learn from other people, you know, and that's what it is. I want to help people do the same thing and have their own story, because we all got it.
Yeah, we do.
Yep.
Tell me more about DM setting. What is that? A lot of people never even heard what that is.
Yeah, so let's say this. Let's take some even bigger. Let's go Myron Golden. Yeah. You know, somebody like that. He's a big guy, right? Yeah. Guru guy. He has so many DMs in his Instagram because people are interested in what it is that he's doing. Right. He can't respond to all of those. He's losing money because he had other things going on to just be responding to DMs. So what I would do is contact somebody like him and say, hey, what if I can make you an extra $100,000 per week? Would you be interested in that? You know? And then I explain to him my script of, I want to be and respond to your DMs. You know, and if let's say I can get from your DMs alone for those people to set up an appointment with you, would you be willing to pay me a certain amount if I was able to do that? Of course, anybody would.
Of course you would. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like let's say, because these gurus, they got big courses. We talking $50,000-$100,000 courses. And would you willing to pay me 15 to 20%? Would you pay me 15 to 20%?
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to bring me revenue with me not having to do anything, that's just extra money in my pocket. Even if, I don't care if you take a cut.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. So that's what it is. So now what I've done and what I'm in the process of doing is, so I teach people the DM part, and then we're what I'm going to be adding is the Closer Academy, where I'm a partner with Mike Barron because that's what he does. So now you're going to become a DM setter and a closer. Where you can do both.
Right.
So
in that scenario, you would partner with somebody that has a big course or some kind of following, and you would set appointments. So setting is like setting an appointment, right?
Yep.
Basically a sales appointment.
Yep. Where
then you could meet with that person, tell them about this person's products or services, close that deal, and then hand it to them in a gift wrap.
Yep.
And you say, here's a $50,000 deal. And now, I deserve a little bit of a cut as a result.
Yep. And that's it. Because now, guess what? You're done. Mm-hmm. Now, whoever the guru is, they got to go, whatever they sold them, they got to go do the work.
They got to fulfill it.
You're just doing the upfront part. You know what I mean? And a lot of these gurus, they have a lot of, other than just DM, there's a lot of ways that you can help them make money. Instead of becoming the guru, why don't you just help the guru out and be done with it? You know what I mean? It's the easiest way. You know what I mean? And from following Mike Barron, he's the Closer Academy and everything he was doing. I'm like, dude, this is easy. You know what I mean? Like, it's very, very easy.
Yeah.
Why not do it the easier way?
Yeah.
Do
you think it's easy to make money? Is that a real thing?
Nothing is easy when it comes to making money. You know what I mean? It's all about you, though. Because if you put I'll tell you this, and this is for anybody that's listening, like, besides just money, you go to the gym, right?
Yeah.
In order for you to get results for your body, what do you have to do?
You got to be consistent. You got to push hard.
You got to go every day.
Yeah.
Is it easy?
Hell no.
But the results is going to give you what? The reward.
Yes.
So with anything, the same with money. Money's the same way. Mm-hmm. You can, as long as you put that effort and energy into it, the way that the world works is going to come back. You just got to find that's within you. Everybody I can't do what you do. You can't do what I do. But you know what your skill set is. And if you haven't found it, you're finding it or have already found it. That's why you're successful, but everybody has it. We have a talent that you just need to figure out what it is. So you can use your talent ability, your God-given talent ability, or whatever you believe in to basically bring out what it is in you, and you'll make money without thinking about it.
Yeah.
I think money is fun when you're making it and you ain't like clocking in.
Yeah.
If you ain't thinking about work and you made money, is that a job or are you just having fun with life?
You have to have fun with life. And the best entrepreneurs in the world look at entrepreneurship and life as a game.
Yeah.
It's like, and the rewards, and there's levels to it, and there's rewards, and there's players and characters, and you only get one round, and so you got to make it fun in some way, right? How have you been making life fun for you?
Just by putting myself around the right people. I've put myself in a circle of people that all want the same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when you have what they say, birds of a feather flock together.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? And you put yourself in a group of people that are trying to do the same. You have no choice.
Right.
Because you're seeing people be successful. And I'm not a hatred type of person. I don't look at somebody else and say, man, they're doing so good. I wish that was me. No, if they could do it, I could do it.
Yes. You
know what I mean? So I wanna put myself around those type of group of people so I can have fun with life. Mm-hmm. I just think that that's the best way to go. You know what I mean? Like there's no other way. If you're one of those people that, man, I'm still stuck in this rat race. I got this job I don't like. Man, do something about it.
Yeah.
You're around the wrong people. You need to talk to the right people and take a risk on yourself, but find out what it is that you really want to do and just go after it.
Yeah.
You got to go after it.
Yeah. I think environment is so important. Like we all talk about how important the mind is, how important self-discipline is, and you have to have that. But think about a scenario where, let's say you're in a house with 10 other guys and living with 10 people, right? And every morning, all these guys are doing 100 push-ups, 300 push-ups every single morning.
Yep.
You're telling me that you probably wouldn't want to join them and like be what they're doing, do what they're doing?
Yeah.
You know, and the same thing, like environment. Another example is, like, let's say you're an addict. Let's say you struggle with drugs or cigarettes or alcohol, whatever it is. And if there's a box of cigarettes or some kind of drugs in your house, the chances of you using those drugs, like your self-discipline and your self-willpower is going to break down. It might be 2 days, it might be 2 weeks, it might be 3, whatever. But if you got something bad in your house or something that is poison and toxic in your house, then the chances of you reaching towards that is very high.
Yep.
Now, let's say, hypothetically, you're in a desert where there's nothing. What are the chances of you doing drugs? Like 0, because the environment is such that it's not possible for you to do it.
Yep.
So the environment is super important in order for people to actually achieve success and actually achieve the results and live a good life.
Yeah, I agree with you.
You got to be careful about who you spend your time with.
Yep. It's everything. You just hit it on the head. I can't say anything more than what you just said because it's your environment.
Yeah.
If you're not successful, I'll say this, and probably somebody has already said this before, but if you're not successful or you're not happy where you are at, look at your friends and your family that's around you and who you hang out with every day. I about guarantee you that they're doing the same thing that you're doing.
Yeah.
Y'all in the same boat.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You got to find yourself a different group so you can be exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even if you, like you say, push-ups. If I was a fat ass and everybody around me is in shape, eventually I'm going to start doing it too.
Yeah.
Everybody in the house is doing it. I don't want to be the only fat ass in the house. I'm going to start doing some push-ups.
Right.
You know, so you become the product of what you're around.
Yeah. What about the people that were around you? Were you always kind of around the right people and you always kind of attracted that people? Or was there a certain time where, you know, you kind of were rolling with the wrong crowd?
Yeah.
Or did you always kind of attract the people that were making you progress? And did you change, or what was that like for you kind of growing up through your journey?
Yeah, so it started, like I said, I grew up in the south side of Chicago, and I lost 2 friends. I didn't mention them earlier, to gun violence. Patrick Ivy and Aaron Starling, just them being at the wrong place at the wrong time. Great friends, both of them, they were still here. I never, didn't know what they would be doing by now. They would probably be with me. But that changed me, and it led me to want to be around something different. And it led me to going to school too. I'm like, dude, I don't want to be around this, because at this rate, like my mother said, dude, you keep up what you're doing, you're going to end up dead or in jail, you know. And seeing my friends lose their lives to gun violence, you know, and the streets that I grew up on changed me. You know, it made me want to get out of there, you know, and be around other people, more positive people, to see a change and be a difference. So I would say it started there, you know, with seeing that pain that I had to live with and just wanting to get up out of there and be around other people that's doing positive things. Mm-hmm. So, you know, hey, I got something funny too.
Yeah.
I actually tried to sell drugs before. I sucked. You know, dude, it was a drug dealer around the house. He was making some money. I had to be like 10, 11 years old. And I'm like, man, you know, I want to make some money. You know what I mean? So he gave me a bunch of nick and dime bags, and he said, sell this by the end of the day. And I you know, at this time, everybody's, you know, buying it. So I got this, and I'm so nervous and feel like I'm getting ready to go to jail that I never asked anybody, did they want some weed? You know what I mean? So I'm like, I came back, so I said, man, I can't do this. You know what I mean? I didn't sell anything, and luckily he was cool. He was like, dude, this ain't for you. Stick to sports and get your ass out of here. You know what I mean? So it worked out for me. So I was a sucky drug dealer. You know?
And what's crazy is that like those small moments are so pivotal. Like, what if you had asked 3 people?
Yep.
You made yourself $30 in a day at 11 years old.
Could have changed my whole life.
Isn't that crazy?
It really is. I could literally have been, let me would have made that money. You know, it just wasn't my path. Mm-hmm. it literally, you're right. I never thought about it from that perspective.
You could have made $30 in a day and that would have changed your life.
And it would have changed my life in a different path. You know what I mean? So I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah. It's wild how sometimes those small little moments like really change everything.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes you really don't even know what it is until you look back on it.
Yep.
Can you think of any other moments that changed everything for you?
That changed me? Besides my friends passing away, I would say graduating with a 1.7 and going to a college and getting a degree let me know that I can win. Mm-hmm. It gave me that I can do this feeling.
Yeah.
You know, to go to a private school for me with all white people at the time, you know, and I learned from them. You know what I mean? I was watching how they were doing it until it got to the point where they start copying off of my tests. It changed. You know what I mean? I built up so many friends, you know what I mean? And it was just a big group of people that I learned a different way of life. So I would say that's where it started. You know what I mean? Going from that 1.7 to a 3.2. Mm-hmm. It changed my whole perspective of life, of people, of just being around the right people, you know, and that's why I'm around people like you. I'm here. Mike Barron, his crew, my friend Mike Kimbrough. It's just, I want to help people. I want to get a good group of young people. I was a football coach too. I coached some kids before, and I like that. I like being a mentor to kids because I know the power of mentors. Mm-hmm. I know how it can change your life, and just being around, like we said, being around the right people can alternate somebody.
Yeah. Dang. You, at a young age also, I'm just imagining little Woody running around a golf course carrying these bags from Michael Jordan.
Oh, dude, I got a funny story. Dude, let me tell you. This is where I learned my skill set, talking, right? I'm a shit talker. I like to talk shit. I like to have fun, okay? I was always a top caddy. I lost the most golf balls out of any caddy there. But guess what? I got paid the most. Uh-huh. I always was that person that brought the light to the golfer. We was having so much conversation about everything else in life. I made them better at golf, and they didn't care if I did lose a ball. Mm-hmm. Where my friends are like hustling, they're running, they're sweating, they're getting their asses kicked, and they see me riding in the cart with the golf. They running up and down, you know what I mean? And I was determined to be like the number one caddy. And then you see people like those celebrities, and man, golfing with Michael Jordan was Scottie Pippen too. Man, that dude, no tipping Pippen. This guy, no tip. He doesn't tip. You know what I mean? Like no money at all.
Shoot.
Who else did I see out there? I saw a lot. Pete Myers. He was with the Bulls. I think he's like assistant coach or something like that now. Who else I run into? Alex Thomas, a comedian. I think that's it. Oh, Charles Oakley. I fought Charles Oakley.
What?
Yes, I had a fight with Charles Oakley. On the 7th hole, I lost his golf ball, and he went and he tackled me from behind.
What?
When I was going to go to it, and he tackled me from behind, and he said, "Man, don't lose no more of my golf balls." I said, "Man, you hit it so far over there, nobody can." You know, so
hey, keep it on the fairway.
Yeah, man, keep it in the middle somewhere, so I can't help you. You know, so I said, "All right, I got you." So I called up all my caddy buddies. I said, "Dude, when we get to this 18th hole, I'm about to confront Charles.
We got to jump Charles."
Dude, you need Charles Oakley, 6'9", 6'10". We grabbing his ankles.
Oh my God.
We ended up wrestling in the blueberry tree, dude. It was hilarious, man.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but I have so many different stories with that. I could go on and on and on. But yeah, man, that was a big part of my life that I have a lot of memories, met a lot of good people.
You know, one thing you mentioned is really interesting. That's really like a tale of entrepreneurship, is that so many people try to be the best at their job or their skill, okay? It doesn't matter what that skill is. whether that's, like, let's say you are a painter. You try to be like the best painter in the world.
Yep.
But you could be the best painter, the best, photographer, the best anything, and still be broke as an entrepreneur because you don't have the personality, the marketing, the sales, and like the soft skills, right? I think like being good at your skill will get you so far, but in order for you to get to that next, you have to be good at marketing and sales.
Yep.
Which is really brings it back to what you do, and you help people, take what like the coach. The coach has the best program in the world. It does nothing for the world if he can't share that message with enough people.
Yep.
And that's where you come in.
Yep.
Yeah. So how do you find these different gurus that you work with?
Yeah, they're everywhere. So what these gurus do is they run ads. So let's say you're scrolling on Facebook. You see when it say sponsored, and you got that person talking about, hey, you want to make this amount of money, or you want to quit your 9 to 5. That's the people you look for and target. And if you're constantly seeing those ads, you know that ad is doing well. That's the person you want to contact because he has a lot of leads coming in. So you can find them on Facebook. You can find them on Instagram. You can find them on TikTok now too. All these gurus are everywhere. I just was on. I didn't even know this, and I'm a Google Ads person. I was on my Play Store, playing my video game, and in between the video game, when an ad popped up, Tony Robbins popped up. I'm like, damn, how did he get on the Play Store? But that's a part of Google. You know what I mean? So they're running ads everywhere. You can find them everywhere. Yeah. YouTube, they're everywhere. Yeah. So that's how you find them though. They're right in your face. You just didn't know it. Yeah. And then I give you a blueprint of what to say, how to get it. And then once you get through my whole entire course, I give you a certification, and then I guarantee you a job. I have a list of people that are ready for DM setters, and have businesses that are ready to grow. So my whole goal is to get you the job, but you got to be able to want to put in the work. Yeah. Just if you can read a script, if you're tired of your 9 to 5. If you're a single parent mother or a father raising kids and you're ready to do something differently, I'll tell you this. If you can send a text message, you can do it, be a DM setter. I'll give you a good example. If you were, let's say, 19 years old and you needed to convince your mother or father to borrow the car for the night, but you only could do it through using a text message. You couldn't call them. Could you do it? If you could do that, you can convince somebody making $100,000 or have a $100,000 course that you can help them make more. Right. It's just that simple. That's all it takes. You know what I mean? If you can do that, you can do this. Yeah. This job is for you.
That's awesome.
So, hey, all I can say is and I'll say this. I want to touch on mentors a little bit more. Yeah. Find you a mentor. I think I'm a good mentor because I know how to coach people. People gravitate to me. I'm a leader. But there's people that are better than me at certain things that I wanted to put myself around. And I found mentors like a Mike Barron that I can relate to. It ain't just any mentor. You got to find a mentor that best fits you because there could be another one out there that I couldn't relate to or couldn't help me, so you want to put yourself with somebody that you're comfortable with, somebody that is not really, you're not trying as hard to work with that person. It should come natural. Yeah. You can find you a mentor that comes natural that you can relate to. You're about to be a success because he's going to take you there. Mm-hmm. I can guarantee you he will if you want to put the work in and go. So it's very important to do that. I have another mentor too. That's why I'm in the gym all the time. You know what I mean? And we were just talking about that briefly. The power of being around other people that has a like mindset as you. Yeah. And he's helped me to want to get to the gym. I can do it on my own, but ain't nothing like a mentor on your ass. Hey, did you wake up today? We going to the gym today. Show me what you're doing today. He's there with you every step of the way to help guide you and get you through it. Yeah. That's the power of having external forces acting upon you.
You know, the law of inertia says that an object in motion will stay in motion until an external force of equal or greater force acts upon it.
Yep.
And sometimes that motion is like zero, like you're going slow, and you need something to kind of push you. And that's the same reason why we'll sit there and work from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. for someone else doing a job that we hate.
Yep.
And then we transfer to entrepreneurship and we struggle to find 2 hours to put in the work.
Yes.
How does that happen? What's up with that?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know?
I don't get it. But when you figure it out, look out. That's what I can tell you. You know what I mean? You're right on. It's hard to that's another thing. You have to be disciplined.
Yeah.
In this game of entrepreneurship. Just like you got to be disciplined to go to the gym every day.
Yeah.
It's your mindset is where it all starts. You know, if you believe in it, what you're doing, then you can do it. But if you're self-doubting, which we all go have self-doubt, is can you fight through that self-doubt? Can you look yourself in the mirror and say, you know what, enough is enough? You know, can you discipline yourself to go to the gym? Can you discipline yourself to put in, like you said, how do you, as an entrepreneur, you can go work a 12-hour job, and that's what I was doing before, but now you can't even go put in 2 hours for what you want to do for yourself. That's discipline it takes. Yeah. You know what I mean? And once you figure that out, and that's a good thing about entrepreneurship, yeah, you can put 10-hour days in, but once you get into a system, you can get down to those 4 hours of a day of putting into it with more freedom, because entrepreneurship to me means freedom.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's that I want to be able to go on vacation when I want to. You know, I want to be able to take care of my family and don't have to worry about bills. That's freedom. You know, listen, I like money, and money is power, but it's not everything. It's not everything. You know what I mean? It's just simply not. You know, I would rather have it. You know, I've been in both situations, and even being when I was broke, I can pinpoint some happier times when I was broke, because you appreciate things a little bit better. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like the little small things. You know, even with my mom, you know, we would once a month go to McDonald's back then. You know what I mean? I would be happy for that Big Mac for that day. You know what I mean? So you appreciate the small things, but you know, once you get there, it makes it even more sweeter. Yeah.
So many people want to skip the hard work part and go straight to the vacation working 4-hour days.
Yeah, it don't work that way though. No. Unless you've been inherited. Hey, unless Rodney Dangerfield was my actual father, I would be there. You know what I mean? But other than that, you got to put the work in to be able to do it. You know? So you're right. I mean, you just gotta be that person that looks theyself in the mirror and say enough is enough. And that's what I did, you know, for my own self. You know, and I use the people around me that you could literally, some people can guide you there. You know what I mean? You just don't know it yet. You got to figure out what your it is. Your it is what's going to set you free.
What does that mean?
The it is your inner. Okay, I'll put it like this. My ability has always been to be myself and communicate with people, be a leader. That's a skill set. Leadership is a skill set. Being able to be that outspoken person. People always say I was the class clown. I'm funny. Like people tell me I could be a comedian, you know. And my buddy, he laughed, but he always tell me, "Dude, you need to get on stage." But I think if I got on stage, I would just look at the mic and not say nothing, because I'm like a spontaneous, spur of the moment jokester. Like stuff has to be going on for me to bring that out.
Right.
But once I figured out that that's who I was, it started with caddying. Remember I told you, I had fun. I was doing everything else but caddying because I was being myself. You know what I mean? I did everything that what I wasn't supposed to do for people to love me, you know, and want to pay me more money. So that it is finding out what is that for you. Everybody has it. You just need to focus on that. If somebody's telling you what you do good, take it to heart and go do it. That's what I can tell you. Go do what everybody's telling you that you're good at. Because if not, you trying to circle around, you working for other people. That ain't your it. You know what I mean? But some people it is. I'm not saying that a 9 to 5 or a 12 hour. like some people are meant for those jobs. You know, when I was at the factory and I would see them people that been there for 30, 40 years, you know, we got to wear them steel toe boots, you know, and I'm looking at them and they talking about their knees hurting. And at this time, I'm 25 years old. I'm like, man, dude, if it takes, you mean to tell me I got to do this for 40 more years to retire? I ain't doing this. This is not for me. You know what I mean? It wasn't for me, but it was for him. He liked his job. He loved his job. You know what I mean? So I mean, it just depends upon who you are. You know.
Yeah. How do you find a good mentor? What does a good mentor look like?
For me, Mike Barron.
What does it look like?
Just his charisma, his ability to lead a pack of people to get the best out of them. What Mike Barron is doing, he's did it for me, doing it for you. What he's doing is he's getting you to find what I just talked about, your it. And he's getting the best out of people. So that's what I want, a mentor that can do that. And he's doing it. He's got that leadership charisma that I want. You know what I mean? He's got that it, you know, that I want and I see for myself because I know that I can do the same as far as leading a group of people. That's why I know he's the right mentor for me. Yeah. If you're not Mike Barron ain't for everybody. You know what I mean? I don't think that there's nobody that can say anything bad about him. I've been around everybody in his camp and nobody can say not one thing bad about him. You know, so you can't find anything bad about him, but that doesn't mean that he's for everybody. Right. You know what I mean? That everybody's not for everybody. We're not meant to be for everybody. He might come off to some people as an asshole for whatever reason. You know what I mean? Because of how he is or how he carries himself. Somebody might actually say that. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with that, though. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because he's being himself. Yeah. You know, that's him being in his it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's what it's like for me to find somebody that can relate to you as a person or what you want out of life. Or I'll take a step back. Find a mentor that can get the best out of you. Yes. That's what I would say. If he can't help you find that inner you, then that ain't the mentor for you. Mm-hmm. You know.
One thing I've found valuable, I used to not understand or not believe, not buy into mentorship or coaching. I didn't understand it.
Me too, I agree.
I didn't understand like why I have to pay somebody, you know. But then that's when I realized like we all need these external forces. And one thing that a good mentor and a coach can do is they can let you borrow their confidence. A good mentor and a coach has so much confidence in their students that you can say, look, take a piece of this confidence. You are good enough. You are capable. You can do this. And sometimes that little bit is all we need in order to really get to the next.
Yeah. Money can't put that. What you just said is not about the money. No. You know, because it is. I paid Mike $50K. You know what I mean? And people call me crazy. They ain't calling me crazy now. Right. Look at me. I'm pretty good. You know what I mean? I'm doing good. You know, and it's one of those things where you just have to want it. Mm-hmm. You got to take risks. You know what I mean? And that mentor can help you get there if you can't figure it out for yourself. But you know what? It's crazy. A good mentor has another good mentor. Meaning Mike Barron has a good mentor. The people that he's looking at, the people that he's reading upon, the people that he's following is what's making him more greater than he is. You know what I mean? He's taking people that have what he want and using it for him and instilling it in the people that's behind him.
Well, that's a big sign of intelligence. Every high performer that I've met, they didn't come up with the answers by themselves. They're curious. Yeah. They're constantly looking for the answers. And it's just wild. Like some of the most successful people that I know, they go to people that haven't achieved like their level of success, but maybe they have some area of expertise and they're just inquisitive. Yeah. They're asking questions because they know that is the secret to life. Like everything that you want to do in life has already been accomplished, much greater than you have accomplished now. So that knowledge exists out there.
Yeah, it does. And that's one thing Mike says, is you got to ask the right questions.
Yeah, you do.
The right questions gives you a better quality answer. Mm-hmm. You know, the best question I've ever asked somebody was Michael Jordan. He wasn't expecting me to ask him that question. That was a high quality question. And I got a high quality answer that I use right now. Man, that's a good little bar.
Editor, chop that up.
Yeah, chop that one. But no, that's true though. You know what I mean? You hit it on the head. Yeah. You know?
You know what really stood out to me when you mentioned that is that Michael Jordan actually encouraged you to ask questions.
Yeah.
He was putting into your head that, hey man, I'm here.
Yep.
You got me.
Now
ask me a question.
Get it out the way.
Right.
Know? And that was awesome.
Yeah.
Because I was so nervous. You know what I mean? It's a wow moment. We're talking about the greatest player of all time. I don't care what nobody says. He's the greatest player of all time. In my presence, it was nerve-wracking. You know what I mean? Shake his hand. And man, hand is big as hell. You know what I mean?
Palm and basketballs.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, and when you get around those type of people and they're open to be asked the question, you better ask it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Mike does that all the time, and you're preparing to try to figure out the best question to ask with him all the time while you got him, because you could, if you don't, you could be like, damn it, I should have asked him this or asked him that, so because he's going to give you a high quality answer. Yeah. He could literally give you one sentence that can change your life.
Yep.
And that's the mentor that you want.
Yeah, absolutely. And so what's next for you? What's in your game plan? What are you trying to do?
I'm literally, so right now I have you can go to my landing page, millionairedmsetter.com, and I'm teaching people how to do the exact same thing that I'm trying to create as many 6-7 figure entrepreneurs as I possibly can using one skill set. You know what I mean? And that's just really that finding that it to make some more money. That's my goal, is to be a leader, build a foundation group of people that want the same, and just want to better their lives, want to change their lives, want to be able to provide for their families, want to change generational curses, get out of that rat race, get out of that 9 to 5. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for those type of people. And I'm not gonna, I want as many people and I want to make them as successful as possible. But see, with me, you got to schedule a call. I want to talk to you. I want to see where your head is, where your mindset is. I like the people that's going through stuff. I want to see, when you talk to me, I want to see your hurt. I want you to be real with me, because the realness is how I can help you. Mm-hmm. Because we can use the things that have happened in your life as a positive, because that's where your pain can come from. People don't realize that. We act better when we hurt. When you hurt and your back against the ropes, let me know how great you be. You might cry, you might be sad, but you ain't got nothing else to do but change at that point. And that's the people I want. I want those people that can say, I'm in too much pain. Woody can help me. Mm-hmm. That's what I want. Mm-hmm. So my goal from now over the next year, I don't know. Let's start with a small number of 100. If I can create 100 7-figure earners,
that changes the world.
It does.
Right?
It does.
Because each one of those people whose lives you change, they touch people.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. And I want to feel. I want people to feel what I feel now. I want people to be able to go through whatever it is that they went through and feel this power that I have. You know what I mean? That coming out feeling. Finding your it first. Finding your it and then letting it come out. Mm-hmm. Because those are it's like I said, it ain't about money, but those are the people that's gonna be successful. I can't guarantee you millions, but I can guarantee you success once you find your it.
Right.
That's what I can guarantee.
Whatever success means to you. Whatever success means to you.
Whatever that is, because everybody's success level is different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I want to be and make as much money as I can. You know what I mean? I want to be that person that does that. That might not be, you might be happy with $20,000 a month or, you know, $100,000, you know, a year, you know. But as long as you got that it and I was the one that helped you do that, I feel good about it. Because now you be looking at me like, man, this man helped me.
Yeah.
You know, he figured me out and he brought the best out of me. And that's all I want to do. I just want to change people's lives, you know, so they can feel it.
And you mentioned that pain. I believe that pain is an energy. And that energy can either drive you towards good or drive you towards evil, but it's driving you someplace. And so when you talk about meeting people and connecting with people that have some sort of pain, and the key I think that you can do for people is to help to channel that energy into the right path.
Yeah, because that's the key. Because we all have been hurt. I mean, we all have been. You know, you could be a man or a woman that has been heartbroken. You know, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's we lose family members. You know, tragic things happen. We lose jobs, and it makes you depressed. It makes you sad to the point where some people take their own lives, you know, depending upon what's going on. Man, I don't know what the rate is on that where suicide is happening every day, but it happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And somebody could have been there to maybe help that person. They didn't have a mentor maybe. I don't know. You know, but the goal is to, when you're feeling whatever it is that you're going through, if you can find that inner self to dig deep, it's nothing wrong with crying. There's nothing wrong with being hurt. But just don't be that forever. You know what I mean? Like, go use that as a strength so you can see who you really are. And I guarantee you'll be a success. I guarantee you. Just try it. Whoever's out there right now, whatever pain you're going through, with all the things that I just said, try to be the best that you can be and tell me what happens.
Amen.
Tell me, show me it's gonna happen. I guarantee you, because I had to do the same thing. But it sometimes it takes that though. People don't, you know, realize that the pain that you have inside is coming out. I can almost guarantee you the most successful people in the world have went through something. Ain't no way that they didn't. They just figured out a way to keep going.
Yeah.
You know, they figured it out.
Yeah. Well, just about out of time.
Yep.
But I want to know what else you got for us. Anything else you want to say? Any kind of message you want to send to the world that you haven't already said or want to reiterate?
Man, I'll lead with this. If you want to be a part of a mentorship, a cult per se, of just being around positive people, being around energetic people that can help change your life, I'm that person for you. I want to hear the pain. I'm not no counselor or nothing. I'm not Dr. Phil or nothing like that. But I do want I want to help people find their it. So if you're that person that don't know what your it is, or you haven't and you don't know how to unleash it, I'm that person for you. And maybe DM setting is for you. You know what I mean? I can help you make some money in the process, but I want to get your mindset right first. So yes, that's how I'll end it. You know, let's change mindset first. And then we can make some money and you could be looking out.
Hey.
You know? If that's what you want, you know. But yeah, that's about it, man.
All right. Shoot.
Yeah.
Woody, thank you so much for joining me today. So much good information, so many bars for the people out there, life-changing information. Man, if you want to get in touch with Woody, hit him up. We're going to put the link in the description here. And man, if you want to work with Woody, this is the kind of energy that you're going to get on a consistent basis. So thank you so much for joining me today. It's been an amazing episode. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you comment. Make sure you like and share this with someone that you think will change their life too. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, this is the A-Lister Show, and we're out.